Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Sasha for God. I've had quite a few people that has asked me because they're really concerned about Star, and they're concerned about this Ryan D, his intentions towards this whole situation. They're asking me what cult he did come from. And I personally, I've been trying to stay quiet about this because I'm not sure exactly what his intentions are yet. In my opinion, I do think that if he's going to help these girls, I think the best way he can help them is, if he needs to get them away from them, I understand getting them a ticket, or if they need, help them go press charges, get them some counseling that they might need. But I don't see why, or even open up your own little house where you can have the girls stay in a home with, like, a woman that could be there working with them, and then have doctors and nurses or a therapist that comes in and talks to the women and helps get their lives back together. I don't understand the agenda of wanting them to come to his home. So as far as Star goes, I could see him paying for her ticket to have her come there, and pretty much buy her ticket for that, and then let her testify or go and meet with the prosecutor or the FBI or whoever it is that she needs to talk to, and then send her home. But then again, maybe that is his intentions. We don't know. But in my opinion, until I do further study or I find out otherwise, I'm just going to assume that this guy's intentions are pure, because I don't want people coming at me either and saying, well, what are your intentions? Why? The only intentions I have too is to expose this little nature freak at every turn we get. And if this Ryan guy wants to help, let him help. But at the same time, we do have to be cautious, because these are girls that's already been victim. Well, I don't even want to call them victims either. They're victims, but they're not victims. I don't know. This is something I need to pray on, because I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let you watch this video, and I'm going to give my commentary on it. And this is the video of the cult that this Ryan D was involved in. And so go ahead and watch. It's almost 6 minutes long. So
April, this is where Robert McLaughlin has been preaching, a former wine box building in Somerset that his church converted. We tried to talk to McLaughlin here. First, we were told he...
So it seems like this was some kind of a cult, like a church cult.
Wasn't in. Then that he was, but was advised by his lawyer not to talk to us. We waited across the street, only to be videotaped by McLaughlin's son, Brian. McLaughlin's roots are in The Bible Speaks, the mid-70s, a ministry headquartered in Lenox, Massachusetts. He was ordained by its leader, Carl Stevens. McLaughlin lived in the Rhode Island Ranch in Johnson in the former Swampwater Motel along Route 6. From there, McLaughlin went to Bristol, where he started his own branch along the waterfront. If The Bible Speaks sounds familiar, that's because it made headlines in the late 80s, when an heiress by the name of Elizabeth Dobie Dennis sued to recover millions of dollars she gave to the church of Lenox. She claimed she was unduly influenced by Pastor Stevens. The court agreed. Meanwhile, McLaughlin broke his ties with The Bible Speaks and aligned himself with a non-denominational church in Houston, Texas. He still has the ordination certificate in his church.
Sorry, guys.
From Bristol, he moved to Warren in 1986 to a church called East Bay Christian Center. Dick Marion was an assistant pastor there and remembers McLaughlin's style of preaching. Very charismatic. He had a lot of authority. McLaughlin's sexual advances toward female parishioners. I probably don't know the.
Okay, and I'm not sure. Did they say that that guy was Ryan D's father? Who I believe that was his father, the Ryan D fellow guy there. Okay, so according, I mean, this must have been like on the news and stuff. So I guess what they're saying is Ryan's father was the head of a church, and he had made sexual advances or was we don't know what that could mean, whether it's the R word or it could be anything, but he made those sexual advances towards women. And so I don't know if that's what you would call a cult. I just, or it could just be a sick, twisted guy. There's obviously money involved. It's kind of the same situation with Nature Boy. People have to hand over everything they have when they join. So let's go on.
The ones that I do know, 8 to 10, 8 to 12 maybe, and I would say different degrees of immorality. And many of them were women that came for marital counseling. They were in weakness. They were there because they were having problems with their husbands. So when Pastor God made advances towards me, I thought I was the only one that tried that. And I was very guilty, feeling, oh my God, I'm making this man. Julie Almeida was a parishioner who McLaughlin said he stayed. Her ex-husband Ray is still a deacon at Grace Bible Church. He told Ray a lot more reason to be because he was Ray's friend. He was always trying to Theory says after the allegations he gives of lies, McLaughlin was removed from the pulpit in 1991. A former church member who asked that his face not be shown remembers the day when it was announced McLaughlin was leaving. It was seen plainly the day that I was there with Al. I forget, it was Wednesday night. And it was gross sexual conduct was the term used. Theory says McLaughlin admitted he had a problem and promised to get help. Theory says the church at third agreed to continue paying his salary, and within a year he would come back. But Theory says that did not happen. Immediately, I guess began to contact church members and turned it around and told them that it was more of a church conspiracy to take the church from him. Through a written statement from his lawyer, McLaughlin tells a different story. He says he voluntarily resigned from the church because he felt he no longer had the confidence of the majority of the deacons. McLaughlin also categorically and emphatically denies he ever engaged in sexual misconduct, calling them baseless allegations. This is where McLaughlin ended up, following a few brief stops in Providence and Westport, Massachusetts. Grace Bible Church of Rehoboth opened its doors in '92. Jeff Timmons was a member of Grace and says McLaughlin talked about the allegations at East Bay. I was taught that it was a conspiracy, that because he was God's man, the world was out to get him, and that gave him validity. And Timmons says absolute control over those who became what he calls McLaughlin's inner circle. He sat at the table there and said, I trust you guys. If I said, if there was something on the sidewalk, and I said to you guys, they needed, you guys would. That's how much he had us like that. We would do anything he asked us to do. The motivating driving factors are public.
Okay, Lorraine, I went ahead and put the link up if you would like to go ahead and click on that. Oh yeah, it's okay. That's definitely okay. I love for people to come up and talk.
Larry Nichols is a nationally known expert in religion and cults. He studied McLaughlin and his teachings and talked with former members of his church and says, if you look at the criteria for what constitutes a cult, Bob McLaughlin does fit the bill. That criteria? A charismatic leader who controls the congregation with no accountability whatsoever to anybody but God. Anybody that dares to question him runs the danger, the risk of being castigated from the The church responded once again in writing by calling the allegation ridiculous.
Hello,
Saying
Tosh.
the expert in this instance has never spoken with any present members of the church or the pastor, but nonetheless believes himself qualified to give an opinion. The those who have left say they're concerned for those who remain and might have their faith.
Grace Bible Church.
I just can't believe we can get so many people to be so weak and to keep going into the same mess.
As long as that guy's in business, he's always going to have something to sell to. He sets himself up as your pastor, as your friend. So you just go, it's like a lamb being led to slaughter.
Wow.
April, this is where Robert moved on.
Okay. So, yep. Hi, Tasha. Are you there?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes. Rain, did you want to come on up too?
That's
Okay.
me. Sorry.
Oh,
That's me.
okay. So what do you think about this? Or
I don't know how honest to be. I'm going to edit myself because I don't want to, disrespect your platform. But I just have to give my thoughts when it comes down to Ryan D. If that's okay.
That's fine. Oh, yep. We need all the opinion. We that's what we're here for. We need different opinions and thoughts on things like this. So yeah.
Now, my issue isn't even with Ryan D.
Mhm.
My issue is with I don't know. I'll say my people, okay? Because I'm Black. So
Okay.
my issue is that this man is clearly onto something when it comes down to bringing down Nature Boy and bringing him down hard.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to, and I'm going to use certain terminology, so I don't want you to get attacked for my words. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So when
Is
it
it?
comes down to what I find my people, it's like they would rather allow Nature Boy to continue to destroy human beings and dismantle their entire existence, like we've seen over and over again.
Yeah.
Than to have this man who is white do what he, in my personal opinion, can actually do. Because I'm looking at a lot of people start shifting right now once he stepped on the scene. And
Yeah.
what's fascinating to me is that now all of a sudden people are going back and now trying to dig up something. There really are, the Nature Boy is being protected. You see, like people may say one thing online, but their actions prove another. What's the problem with Ryan outside of him being white? Why he cannot properly use his resources to take this man down?
That's
you see what I mean?
That's what I think too.
Because
But
the clip
there
you
are
just
people
showed-
that are
Go ahead.
genuinely concerned about. They think that maybe he wants to start his own cult. I've had all kinds of people that's like message me and ask me like, what's his intentions? What cult did he come from? And then I thought, well, I think his intentions are pure. But, if they want to know what kind of cult he comes from, then maybe I should just kind of do a video on that just so they're aware.
Let me get into the term, because if you were to ask Nature Boy if what he's running is a cult, see, everybody's playing games. You know what I mean? Like if you were to ask Nature Boy, does he run a cult? He would say no. Do you get what I mean? So
Yeah.
they are only able to go off what Ryan D himself presented. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was honest about coming from a cult.
Yeah.
Now,
And he even posted this.
Bingo.
So
He posted this right here, this clip I just saw.
Yeah, he did. And I should let you guys know that he has an Instagram and he posts on there. He makes videos, and I'm not sure if he does on YouTube, but I know for a fact he does on Instagram. And he gets on there and he says what he's going to do to Nature Boy. And that's what he's saying his intentions are. And I believe him. But
I
until I hear
too.
otherwise,
I believe him too. Now, what I do, and my only concern in regards to him, when I seen the live with him and Star is very awkward.
yeah.
I'm not okay. Star makes me uncomfortable. He has to be just simply conscious of, I know he's applying himself and wanting to do the right thing. But when it comes to when I seen him with Star,
right.
I'm not sure, and I hope he hears this. The individuals who you're trying to help may do somehow the switcheroo on you because you're actually getting things done. So I don't find like characters, and I mean characters such as Star, I don't find her personally too trustworthy. I know I have discernment, you know what I mean? So I can tell he's genuine. There's some sort of issue with him being a white man. So what? Whoop-de-doo. He said what he's going to do. And it's like there's individuals who really are invested into keeping this thing going called Nature Boy. So I'm not sure, because at the end of the day, all of these people could have went to the police themselves. You see what I mean? But they didn't do it. So I know Ryan, I don't know him, but I know that his intentions are in the right place. I don't see anything wicked with him. I do see what he said. He wants Nature Boy, and I think he's going to get him, because I'm looking at everybody shifting around and scrambling. You know what I mean? Velvet's trying to clear her name now. I said, this guy's on to something. So go ahead. I'm so sorry.
But I was rewatching the video of when he picked her up at the airport. And my thing is that she was acting weird. I think that girl just stays high, and I think she just needs a place to live. And I don't see her going to the police. I don't believe that she's going to do it. Nobody's going to turn themselves in, because that's what she would be doing. She would be turning herself in too. Or going there to try to work out a deal. But if she does go there, I don't see her telling them everything.
Or giving her co-op. Something is off with that girl.
Yeah. And I'm afraid that
go ahead.
As much as and that's why I said that I can see him buying a ticket, letting her come, let her do her thing, put her up in a hotel, and then send her on her way. Or build a home for girls like this that need help, where you can send in professionals to help them. Don't let them stay at your house, because you don't know that's protecting yourself and that's protecting those girls.
That you don't know how they're going to flip it around onto you, because there's already deep resentment and there's I'm going to speak. There's deep embarrassment, cultural embarrassment, I'm saying, due to the fact that how Nature Boy has been going on and on for all of this time, and in fact getting worse and worse and worse, and everyone's talking about it, but no true effort was put in behind taking this man down. Now there's a guy on the job now, and oh God, he's white. You get what I mean? Like, quote unquote, oh God, he's a white man. How dare he? How dare he not want to save innocent people? Well, I'm not sure how innocent they are. Do you understand what I'm saying? But not want to bring this dysfunction to a close. It's embarrassing. It's disturbing. I don't trust that Star. He's in the middle of talking. She starts singing and doing all kinds of weird stuff. It was awkward. Ryan, figure out.
You could tell. I'm sorry, but you could tell he was kind of like, okay. Well, she's a strong girl. If I do something, she's gonna beat me up. Like, I think it was part of weird.
It doesn't even have to be him doing something. It could just be, there's so much resentment that he's the guy who has taken it upon himself to get something done based on righteousness.
Mhm.
There's so much resentment. There may be individuals who may come to him just to screw him up. Do you
Yeah.
understand?
You better
And to
be
screw
careful.
him over. It's slimy, it's grimy. And
Yeah.
I personally believe, like I listen to Velvet talk. She's saying the same things over and over and over and over again because there's certain things they don't want to expose, certain things they've witnessed
Right.
and participated in that's going to dirty them up themselves. This is, in my opinion, how Nature Boy works and why he's always been guaranteed silence.
Mm-hmm.
You
Because he
see?
knows. Yep. But he is a little scared of that Ryan guy. He's a little scared of him.
He's really scared. Everybody's scared of them. Is scared of him. Excuse me. I'm sitting here. Whenever you get a chance, go look at Velvet's new lives with her family. Her family told her that with this, when this Ryan dude stepped on the scene, they said you need to start clearing the air for yourself. You get what I mean? You need to start acting like, fall in line, because if he goes down, most likely you're going down. I wouldn't be surprised if her family took her to an attorney and told her what to say on Lives Now. So there's some really deep stuff going on. And I believe with a man the likes of Orion, first of all, I question any woman. What predicament is Star in? I don't trust Star. I don't trust that woman.
I don't either.
He needs another woman around, like a family member or something, when it comes to her, because
Or put
I
her
don't
in the hotel. Put her in the hotel.
have her go to a shelter or something. I don't know, but she's uncomfortable herself, because even though she said what she said online, that was just, in my opinion, to get some attention. But even though she said what she said online, her energy and her, you know what I mean, her spirit does not add up to what she gave off. She's not comfortable. She just wants to talk shit. Sorry for cursing. She just wants to talk some BS. Yeah. She's not really about that life.
Right. And I did a video on Velvet, I think it was yesterday or the day before that, I can't remember. But I was pretty much saying that, when she was getting up there screaming and clapping her hands, and I said she's covering her butt. Her family's probably smart and telling her, you better cover your tracks. Get online and yell as loud as you can. All kinds of stuff about them. And
her family sitting all around, and then they're handing her books. She's trying to cover her ass. But
hi, Tony.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying hi.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, that's okay.
I'm so sorry, because I'm so happy that I'm talking to somebody who sees what I see. I said that girl is being manipulative still, but now because they fear Ryan, he's the real deal. I can tell he's the real deal because everybody's shifting, everybody's starting to talk now. I said, look at this. Would you look here? So, and so much has come out. Velvet, I'm willing to bet her father probably spoke to an attorney or had her speak to, sit down with him and he said, well, you can end up being charged this way and that way and this way. They know that he loves his daughter, and I respect him because he's the only parent that went to Mexico with his with his wife. But he knows that his daughter has participated in the tyranny over there.
Oh yeah, she has. And then she's trying to pull herself as far, like she knows they're watching her, and that's why I was saying, well, she's just on here and she's acting like this because that's her way of saying, hey, FBI guy, I'm not with them. I'm over here. I don't agree with anything they're doing, but that's not going to save her.
Well, watch this. Yeah, exactly. But watch this. She just said less than a month ago, I'll never forget the video. She said, oh, I definitely F with the 5 sciences. What Nature Boy teaches. Oh, I definitely, I get down with the 5 sciences. Now, all of a sudden, in a month or less than that, you're saying that oh no, all of that is garbage. It's a lie. It's a lie. See, she's trying to distance herself. But like Nature Boy said, if I go down, you go down. They've been talking in code,
That's
the
right.
back and forth through their lives. I just want
And did you
Ryan.
see? He was texting her when she was on live. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, he's
This is-
messing with me or something."
This is really deep. And many, I've always rolled for, I was never a Velvet hater. I just realized that this girl is manipulative and she's just as demonic as him.
Yeah.
And they were the head. And I quote, she said, them bees over there did whatever I said. Those are words that came out of her mouth.
Yeah.
They listened to me and they did whatever the F I said. So you are indeed, you are at the head. And you've already admitted that. You see what I mean? She's trying to clean up too late. But Ryan D is authentic. I'm willing to put I believe he's the real deal. And I'm one of those people that, you know, that racism is you know, the talking points of, oh, he's a white man. So what? If he has resources and the connects, go ahead.
Racism is of the devil. The devil wants to divide you. This government wants to divide you and us, and we can't let that happen.
Yeah,
because
but when
Satan works with the government, Satan works with people like him, and
exactly.
You notice how he'll get online and he'll start talking about how the white man did this to him, and the white man did that.
Yes. He knows
he's
being
always trying to divide us.
Exactly. So, but what I'm saying in terms of Ryan, people are trying to use his race and his skin color against him. And I'm saying, hell, I'm not falling for that at all. I know, right? I know a man that has a righteous mission when I see it, and everybody else recognizes it too. And if Ryan D hears this, cover yourself. I think that's why he started recording with Star. I don't know how early it was, but once she was in the car, he as awkward as she was, you know, he was recording. And I'm like, Ryan, you're a smart guy, record everything, because you don't want these women that you're trying to help resenting, you know, they resent getting help because nobody helped them thus far.
Yeah. And put her in a hotel. Be smart. Put her in a hotel. And it seems like he's got money. If he's got money.
Because I do not, that chick is off, and I'm happy someone else is can see it too. It was awkward, uncomfortable. She's screaming, she's singing out the clear blue.
Right.
No.
And Ryan. She was purposely trying to outtalk him and be rude about it.
She is not
like on the down low.
Bingo. She talks a game, but she's not willing to follow all the way through.
Yeah.
That's when it may get, you know, in fact, even dangerous for Ryan D, because she might turn up on you. But she's all talk and no bark. You know, what do they say? All bark and no bite. She's not about that life. And I think when I seen her in that car, how she was acting so irrational, that proved.
Yeah. Are you there?
So I'm so sorry. I just had to get that out, man. I'm like, man, Ryan is the real deal. I don't find anything.
So and I've been saying that, but at the same time, it's like, I understand, you know, I'm trying, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking that too. I'm like, the thing, you know, I think he's pure at heart, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense to me why you want to fly her out there and let her stay in your house. That's gonna.
He's thinking, like he said, this is when I knew Ryan was a smart man and was the man for the job. When he said, if there's no witness and no victim, then no crime.
Right.
When he said he wanted Nature Boy, that man wasn't playing. See, that's the reason why everyone's so nervous now, because they know that he's the real deal. So he's desperate to get, say, a victim or a witness, because he understands when it comes down to the legal aspect of it. And once and when it comes to the legal side, once they get in, then everything gets exposed, type of thing.
Right. And even I know that you have to have one of them's going to have to speak up, and I don't see
Exactly.
that happening.
So
I
he's
don't see it
desperate
happening.
to have someone who was actually there, who witnessed things, actually speak up. You get what I mean? So I think he may be so passionate, he's not even thinking like what you said. You know what I
Right.
mean? He's not even thinking. He just said, because I watched his videos, he said, he said, when it comes to law, if there's no witness and if there's no victim, then there is no crime. So he says, I need someone that was there to come up. And
Exactly.
so I think that he has an authentic, organic mission, righteous mission, but
Right.
he may not, I hope he's smart enough. I'm blatantly saying Star isn't trustworthy. Star seems like the kind of girl that will say all of that online and, make her videos acting like she's, so righteous and all of that and on a mission herself and saying Nature Boy. But she seems like the one that will go directly to them, like law enforcement, and then all of a sudden she's quiet.
I do think, and I've had and when I get a feeling, I'm usually not wrong about it. And other people, they don't see it until it actually happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a sick feeling that Velvet, she's smart. She's smart enough that she's already in contact with that man. And I'm willing to bet anything that she's smart enough that she's not going to open her mouth until she has a deal. And I think that she's going to make a deal. I think she's going to go in and talk. And I think that she's been speaking to that Ryan guy. Something inside me is just, I have a feeling that she's talked to him.
Mm-hmm.
That she's saying, if you can't get me a deal, I'm not going to, or if you can't get me off, I'm not going to say nothing, because there's just too much going on. And I don't know. I just have a feeling.
I don't know. I know when Ryan stepped on the scene, Velvet's speech started changing.
Right.
Like now it's like, her talking points started changing. Now it's
I'm not going down. I'm not. And she's confident about that. How do you know you're not going to ever go down and somebody's not going to?
What's actually going on unless somebody told you? You know what I mean? Right. That something is coming. And you might, and I'm willing to bet that her father, and I don't fault the man, he loves his daughter. Her father said, listen, Vel, what does he call her, Vel? You need to get on top of this because all hell's about to break loose.
And he's making her look good online. He's making her look like a little saint. Did you see all those little books that he propped up with her? And those books don't even look like they've been opened. They look like
they were that's what I was saying earlier. They were brand new books, and they're just trying to clean her up. They're doing bingo with her. All of a sudden, her father's in her lives and trying to get her to say certain things. I'm peeping it, but a lot of people aren't. That's why I'm like, wow. All of a sudden, once Ryan D stepped on the scene, now everyone knows it's serious. So I'm just, observing, and I pray that everything turns out the way it's supposed to accordingly. He's still in the hospital. It's disturbing. All of this has been disturbing. So I don't want to take up your time. I just thank you so much for having me on. It's greatly appreciated. I'm so happy you're smart like me. I'm looking at this.
Like you came up before, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
I love talking to you.
You are so me and you are in the same like mind wave. You know what I mean? Like I'm like she's.
Yeah, we're like detectives. Like we get to we analyze things, and then usually like by things that we're analyzing, and we read between the lines on certain things. We can tell if somebody's lying, or we can tell like certain people like that. Like I'm like that. I don't know why or how, but
like you can tell when
something's everything.
Here, or when something is right over here. You can tell when something is like we both can see that something is off the chart. So I believe that Ryan, when it comes to Star, is trying to get the ball rolling. I don't think she's in any sort of danger or anything. I think that he's genuinely trying to, because someone needs to speak up. All
He's
of
got
these
a lot of followers out here. He's got more than what we probably think he's got. And that's a concern of mine. I can't believe like the amount of people he's got following him that believes everything he's saying and that will probably kill somebody for him.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to keep you. I thank you so much for having me on. It's greatly appreciated.
Thank you. Please come back.
I
Don't
surely
wait
will.
too long.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Does anybody else want to come up before I end this? I just want to, it's like I said, I don't believe his heart is in the wrong place, but I understand, some of you have fears that, why is this white guy, why does he care so much? And it's not a color that you guys should see. It's somebody's heart, and I think we should just not say anything until we're for sure 100% sure. I think we should just sit back and let him do what he needs to do and just pray for him that God leads him in the right direction and keeps his hands over him and protects him. But at the same time, that justice is served and that Nature Freak gets taken down because he needs to be stopped. So since there's nobody else that wants to come up, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this. Also, I want to let you guys know that my friend Tony T, she is live right now. So if you guys want to go, I'll put the link. Hang on just a minute. I'm going to put the link up here. If I can, hold on just a minute. You guys hang on. Don't go nowhere. Don't leave me just yet. Hold on just a second. Penny T. All right. Yeah, she is.
But when you
Share. Can you guys hear me? Somehow I got taken out of the live again. I think that does that to me every time. But here, I'm going to put the link up here in the chat, in the comment section. So go over and check out Tony T's channel and give her some love. Subscribe to her channel. She's live right now if you guys want to go check her out. I love you guys. Have a great night. And thank you so much for watching. I love you guys.